Hi guys, and welcome to a new Empire and Pulse video. So today we have a hero balance update, which we will be taking a look at. So let's get started. So this is the May 2024 balance update, starting with a update for the Gargoyle family. So soft skin update. Soft skin now also reduces damage by negative 90% and resist all status ailments, which is amazing. Now the old version of the soft skin is the soft skin resist mana reductions, but the new version is soft skin reduces damage received by the hero by 90%, kind of like the stone skin, but the stone skin just drops it to 1, and they resist all status ailments and mana reductions, which is extremely good. So they are keeping the mana reduction, but they do drop the damage by 90%, and they resist ailments, which is more common, so that is definitely a thumbs up. Now the affected heroes are of course Garten and Pop Hit, the round 4 gargoyles, or the meta gargoyles, that's what I like to call them. And we also have an individual update for both of these heroes. So starting with Garten, a special skill update. Now I have Garten, so if this is not good, I'll just throw a tantrum later. So special skill update, remove counterattack effect. So the old version is all allies counterattack with 115% of the damage received and receive 50% of counterattack damage as boosted health for 4 turns. Now the new version is added direct health boost for all allies. So instead of having the counterattack, you will get a health boost instead. And next we have the new effect, boost health of all allies by 700. So Garten would be boost health 700 and max HP reduction by 700 to the enemies. And he also adds soft skin cash for all allies, which is extremely good. And the new effect is called all allies except the caster receive soft skin. And of course, because of his passive, he'll have 4 activations, while each of his allies only have 1 activation. And there is also a stat increase. So if I were to say something about this update, it is that I am pissed. So the reason that I pulled for Garten, why I summoned in the birthday portal, is because of this effect, the counterattack effect. So I basically used Garten. My target was Garten and I got him. So my intentions with Garten is to just cast him and then use him against heroes that deal a lot of damage, so they would just kill themselves. But now the counterattack effect is gone, so that is why I am mad. But I am glad that the soft skin effect is updated and improved, and also the boosted health is also quite good, so I have nothing to complain about. Now for Pop Hit, it's just a stat increase. Next, we have the Investigator and Cultist families. So there is an Insanity update, no longer affected by healing from status effects, passive skills, minions, and other secondary sources. So if you don't understand what this means, we already know the secret heroes and their Insanity effect, which is super annoying to deal with. But the Insanity effect can be removed by 10 units each time the hero is directly healed by a special skill, and this no longer affected by healing from status effects. For example, health regen over time, O'Deal status effect where you deal damage and you boost health, passive skills, for example like the Clash of Knights passive, or the War of the Three Kingdoms passive, where you receive above 50% chance to receive health, for example, minions, holders minions, and other secondary sources. So there's many to name. And there's also a small update to Melancholia. So revive ally health is increased, so extremely good, from 66% to 70%. And in this game, a small increase can play a major role in the battle. Next, we have revive ally insanity reduced, so from 66 to 50, which is amazing. And insanity inflicted to self reduced, so instead of inflicting 60 insanity, she will be inflicting 55 insanity to herself, which is a massive change. Considering all three of these changes, they are gonna play an extremely huge role in this hero. Next, we have the Owl family. So they now have a passive skill, so it is mana increase reduction, so they will reduce the amount of mana increased by special skills by minus 80%, which is extremely good. So imagine Nautica, for example. This is going to be extremely good when you're facing someone like Nautica. Of course, we all know that Nautica increases the mana of his nearby allies by 33%, but now that 33% will drop to like 6 or 5, for example. So that is an extremely good way to counter some extremely strong heroes like Nautica. Next, we have an update for some Owl heroes, starting with Virus. So Moonrise strike damage increased by 200, so from 1000 to 1200 damage. We also have a stats increase. Now bleed damage is also increased due to attack stat increase, so from 900 to 924 damage over 4 turns, which is not a big amount but still extremely good. Next, we have an update for Mariel, which is just the Moonrise Ward damage reduction increase, so from 600 damage to 700 damage, which is extremely good, and she also has a stat increase. Next, we have Livia, who has a stat increase as well. Next, we have an update for the Sun and Moon families, aka Season 5 heroes. So this is for the ones with the costumes. So costume bonus ult from 13 attack to 16 attack, 13 defense to 16% defense, 21% health to plus 25% health, and of course the mana generation is staying the same. Same with the Underwild family for the costumed heroes. So from 13 attack and defense to 17% attack and defense, 24% health to 26% health, and of course the 5% mana generation. Same goes with the Sand Empire family, which increases the attack stat, the health stat, and the mana generation stat. I don't want to read that out loud. And we also have a buff for Bow and Runt, so increase elemental link duration to be in line with other heroes of the month, so from 3 turns to 6 turns, which is extremely good. Next, we have Toon Gormek, which is a buff from attack ailment replaced with defense ailment, so the target and nearby enemies get minus 24% attack for 6 turns, which is pretty decent. But the new one is even better, changing that attack to the defense, making Gormek extremely useful in situations like challenge events. So that is definitely a thumbs up. Next, we have heroes of the month. So we have Alacy and Alacy costume. So normal Alacy is direct damage increase from 462 to 492, which is not a huge change but still pretty good. Now Alacy costume I use quite often with my blue team. So direct damage increase from 436 to 466, which is a massive change because you get that splash damage to nearby enemies. Next, we have Clarissa, which is just a damage increase and a poison damage increase. Next, we have Yang Mai, who I unfortunately have, and I was not impressed with her when I leveled her. That was one of my biggest regrets. So it's just direct damage increase and the attacking buff stack will be to 6% instead of 5. And lastly, we have Zuzuna, who is heal over time increase from 600 to 750, which is pretty good, not a big change, but still better than nothing. So that is all for the May 2024 balance update recap, and I'll play a stage maybe with the new version of Garten for you to witness. Let me go to season 5, and then I go to Pool the Pharaoh. I'll do that. Okay. Sorry if there is any excess noise. I might need to turn down my volume. Okay, let's fire Dark Feather. Next is I'll just cascade down the middle, and then I'll have the green diamond, and I think Garten is ready to go. Okay, I'll fire Garten. So of course he reduces the max HP by 700 according to his skill says here, and he boosts the health of all my heroes by 700 as well, but unfortunately we don't get that counterattack, and you get that soft skin. All allies except the caster get soft skin, which receives damage is reduced by negative 90%, and status ailments and mana reductions are resisted, and each have 1 activation. And Garten, according to his passive, it says 4 times. Okay, I'll let you see the effect. I'll have, okay, so this one is gonna be a slash attack, and as you can see, the damage is reduced to only 7, which is a substantial amount from the normal damage. Okay, I'll use Mad Hammer. Okay, he should be dead because of my Mega Minion ore tiles. But one thing I have a problem with the counterattack version of Garten is this is my main team, and they don't survive because the only source of healing is from Dark Feather. So the boosted health would be extremely helpful in multiple occasions. Okay, let's do that. He's dead. Okay, he's also dead. A Mad Hammer is just killing people, and that is exactly what I wanted her to do. Sorry if I'm playing too slowly, but I like to keep my special skills. I like to keep my special skills for the boss stage. Okay. So, one part of me says that this update is horrible because I spent hundreds of dollars trying to get Garten, and the main reason I wanted Garten is because of the counterattack, and he has been helping me a lot in the leagues because of his max health reduction, and his counterattack effect makes strong heroes like Winifred, and for example Lemonwood just kill themselves. So a counterattack just acts like a bonus hero, like a 6th hero in your team. So I do recommend to try and get some counterattack heroes, but overall the update is quite decent because he lost his counterattack, but he gained that extremely useful health boosting, and the passive has also been buffed. So for me, it is even Steven, and I hope you feel the same with this update. If you have any comments or opinions on this update, please comment down below, and I will see you in the next video.